Welcome, dear listeners, to a landmark episode of VisionCast After Dark, where we're setting the stage for a conversation so unique, it's like finding a four-leaf clover in a digital world. Today, we're venturing into the realm of the unscripted and the genuine, presenting you with a special interview that promises to be as enlightening as it is entertaining. In the spirit of authenticity and the pursuit of raw, unfiltered dialogue, we've decided to keep this interview as natural as the day it was recorded. This means that while we tread lightly through a garden of topics vast and varied, you might stumble upon a few linguistic stones along the path. 3, to be precise. Yes, in the next 70 minutes, amidst the laughter, the insights, and the sheer human connection, there will be moments where our conversation blossoms into expressions that some might find a tad intense. Now, before you adjust your dials or reconsider your listening plans, let us reassure you, the heart of this episode beats in rhythm with the most family-friendly of intentions. The few stronger words that emerge are like unexpected splashes of color in a vast, vibrant landscape. They're there, but they don't define the vista. They're the spice, not the main course, of our conversational feast. For this special occasion, we've decided not to split our paths into separate editions. Why, you ask? Because we believe in the power of this conversation to connect, to engage, and to inspire, just as we believe in the maturity and understanding of our audience to appreciate the occasional linguistic detour in the journey of authentic dialogue. So, with a spirit of adventure and an open heart, we invite you to join us for an interview that's as close to sitting down for a cup of coffee with a friend as you can get through the airwaves. A friend who, just like any other, might let a strong word slip in the heat of a passionate discussion or a burst of laughter. You've been warmly warned, and with an equally warm invitation, we welcome you to an episode that promises to be a memorable addition to the VisionCast series. Let's dive into the beauty of natural conversation together, celebrating the quirks and the quips that make us all wonderfully human.
Everybody, I hope you all are doing well. We're back again, and we have a really special guest of honor. But before we get to our guest of honor, I would like to introduce my original teammates. These are as follows. Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
All right, we have Preston P. Daddy Gaylor in the house.
Yes, indeed. Hello, everyone. Man, can I just say I'm excited because, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but in the wonderful world of streaming, we have a lot of competition out there. But the guy who we're going to be talking to today, he has stood the test of time. He has done it all. He has seen it all in the landscape, and we're going to dive into everything. So if you're into radio and music, and if you enjoy ear candy as much as we do, you definitely want to stick around because this is going to be epic. I'm jumping for glory right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be awesome.
We are all jumping for glory. And of course we have Nora. Hey, Nora.
Hello, everyone. How's everything going? And I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to this wonderful interview. So, all of you listeners, enjoy the interview. Thank you.
All right, and from the West Coast in the California portion, we have Phil. Hey, Phil.
What's up, JC? What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a wonderful day, having good weather and all.
All right. And of course, we have our great assistant producer extraordinaire and web extraordinaire himself, Salvis. Hey, Salvis.
Hey JC, hey everyone, greetings from Latvia.
All right, and we did manage to get everybody this time, hopefully, and all is well. So, we did mention that at the end of the last interview, we weren't done yet. We have a very, very special guest. Now, this radio extraordinaire, I should say, is not only a radio extraordinaire in of itself, but he is also our good friend. And although we have been through hell and high water in the past, it's all old news, as we say, and what's old is old, and we're now squared away on that, and we just wiped the slate clean, as it may, and we have reconciled our differences, and we are friends again, and we're starting over into a new chapter. Specifically, his chapter, as you'll hear later, and we got two surprising clips that I managed to find, one on a website and one on Rachel's end, which I will play later throughout this interview. So without further ado, everybody here in the Zoom room, as well as those listening online or however you might be listening to this later on, our friend, our pioneer, the one who does it all for 2020, the beacon is back in full effect, David Dunphy!
Awesome. Hey, y'all.
Yeah!
Wow.
Woo!
It's good to have
That
you
was a
back,
great introduction.
man.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks for the
you.
intro. That was cool. I like that.
It kind of sounded like a sports announcer.
You were building up for sure. That was
Thank
cool.
you. I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
man, it has been so long, my guy. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Goodness. Yeah, I don't know where time's gone. It's 2024 already, and this year's not exactly going slow. We're already 3 months in into April now, and the fourth month, and time doesn't stop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, you are one great radio personality, and you've done it all, man. And I do have two clips, and if you don't mind, I would love to play
Sure.
those clips first
Go
before
ahead, play it.
we get into this, because
Yeah, sure.
what would this interview be without playing two clips and reminiscing, man? So
Of
let me
course,
get
go
my
ahead, shoot 'em out.
let me get my screen
Yep.
share up and running. So I'm gonna play
And
the
then-
first. Basically, Jake Gross, who we have not had yet on the podcast, actually never, but hopefully soon. He's a busy man too, and he has a new provider basically, and he has a new website where he posts his treasures and stuff, and anyone can actually view it. But he posted a folder called BCT, which stands for Blind Cool Tech, and if you were around the era,
Skip play.
and I know this is going to shock you, David, I know this is going to shock you, but you might remember this.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn up your computers and get ready, for a show is about to begin. This show is sure to entertain you and bring you more variety than anything you've ever experienced before. Because after all, on this podcast, anything goes.
Do you remember that?
Oh, that podcast. That was my first attempt at a podcast. I do remember it. Anything
Oh, it
goes.
was your
Wow.
first attempt. I'll be
At
darned.
podcasting, not at radio, of course, but in radio I've been doing
Oh.
since '99. But podcasting, yeah,
Ah,
that was my first attempt at a podcast. I had fun with it for a while, and then all of a sudden I just ran out of content and never got motivated to keep up with it. But yeah, I like that because I added some of those on B8B on that Blind Cool Tech. I did some demonstrations on how to install programs. I did a whole thing on how to broadcast with that. Yeah, and I even reconnected with an old friend because of that podcast. So.
oh, that was the first time I heard you. I was like, who is this guy? I'm like, I gotta get in contact with this guy because, at the time I was using, Yahoo and, MySpace, and this was before I switched over to Gmail, folks.
MySpace. Oh
Uh,
my God. You're ageless now.
I was
ancient
never on
era.
there.
But anyway, we do have one more clip, and I'm gonna let Rachel explain it while I get it queued up here.
All right, so this clip was recorded back in February of 2016 when KJSC was still a thing. It was a Friday night, I do believe. You were filling in for Johnny. He had to go do a gig of some sort. And I've kept this clip even 8 years later. This was when I got shouted out on the air.
All right, and we still have Johnny Boy in the house, although he's going to have to deprive us of his company soon, as he has a studio gig, which is why I'm filling in, and he is sitting in the lounge chair.
Yes,
Yep,
I am indeed. What's up, guys?
yep, and we have, of course, DJ Mac in the house.
Yo, what up? What up?
Yeah, and if you want to join us, well, wait, we have JJ in Colorado. Almost forgot. JJ, the best for last. JJD in the place to be, out of Colorado with a capital C. Okay. There's my white wrapping for the night. Hello, JJ. How's it going?
That's West Coast home.
Oh, it's going good.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear you're happy. We like to know that you're happy.
I'm always happy.
Ah, very, very good. School treating you well, JJ?
No, it's just
Oh, I'm sorry. School's giving you such a hard time. But as long as you can make it, that's what all that matters. We're going to deny Jamie's call because we're about to get back to some more music, but we will play more music for you there. I do want to give one shout out real quick before we get back to the music, though. We have Rachel, the lovely Rachel, listening in. So shout outs and kudos to Rachel. We're glad to have you here. If you want to make a request, you can DM it to me on my personal Twitter. You can Skype us at kjsc.radio or DM the KJSC Twitter account.
Wow! And I was on your show at that
I had
time.
forgotten about that clip. Oh my God.
Good grief! My gosh!
I remember that clip, actually. I caught it live.
It was when I was doing my shows on KJSC on Thursday nights, I think, at the time. I think.
Yeah,
That's
and
right.
the computer that I used, by the way, I think it was a MacBook at the time, although I cannot even remember now because I think I had a MacBook and then actually I had a Windows computer before then, and then I switched over to Mac OS. I didn't switch until 2016, but yep, and that was my stage name, and it still resonates to this day. DJ Mac, it still resonates to this day. So,
Hey, JC, I realize this may be off topic, but I still have the DJ Mac Radio Team Talk server saved as a memory.
oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh man, but those clips, man, when you kind of this is why we love radio so much, because playing those clips kind of brings back a nostalgia to when you initially started, from podcasting to, stopping the podcast to now doing radio since 99, and now still doing it to this day on the Beacon, 2020, the Beacon. What responses have you gotten since the Beacon launched initially and since the relaunch? Have you gotten any positive reaction from folks after the fact?
Well, I need to preface this by saying the Beacon is a very was very much a project that came out of my own kind of heart and mind. I had kind of, as you said, I've been through a lot on radio. Some good, some not so good. I think we're all familiar with the radioscape around here. Sometimes it's really awesome. Sometimes people don't always see eye to eye. And it creates a lot of stuff sometimes. So the Beacon was just an inspiration. One day I was just kind of thinking about a way to find radio. I would find a way that I could still do my stuff without, all the extra stuff, just to have fun with it. And then, so the Beacon was very much something I didn't really tell anyone I was building until I did it. I kind of, I sat, took a lot of time in between work and everything and put the virtual server online. It's fun setting up a Windows desktop remotely without speech. Things like that. But ultimately, people have responded slowly to it. But not a lot of people, I think, know about it yet, because it was a station I didn't really... No one knew I was doing until a month before I was ready to put it on the air. So mostly because I wanted to build it in my own image of what I thought radio should be. I kind of wanted to make it based on my experience and based on what I thought made radio, worth being on. And so I think the beacon is still very young. It's very small. There's still a lot of work to be done to build it up to where it really needs to be. But the response has been positive. There's been a lot of encouragement, a lot of support. You guys have been very encouraging. My invasion launch first show for the beacon was great. Preston, thank you for your comments on that. And we had a bunch of us there. And the listener list that we have has been very active. People and very supportive to hear that stuff's going on. So I think for a project that's literally only been on the air 4 months this April, I think we're building slowly, but I think we are building. It's hard. I'm the only person on staff at the moment. So trying to keep up a website and keep up a server when you work for 40 hours a week is not easy. But I do hope that we will grow, because I definitely could use the support. And I know at least one new person that's going to be Herbie Allen is going to be simulcasting his show with the Mix and the Beacon on Sunday nights. So we are going to.
Oh yes, that's exciting.
And of course, I do my own show, and there'll be some other things. There's going to be a podcast. There's a lot of. I have this big bucket list of things that need to happen and I want to happen, but it's been a little slow going. But I hope as we grow and get more people, our new DJ application will be going live on Tuesday, which is exciting. And so that'll be fun. And then, we'll hopefully be able to, I'm also going to be doing a station town hall and getting some people to come and meet the people me or anyone that wants to be part of the beacon and stuff. So I have a lot of plans to get us up off the ground. It's just been a very difficult process because it's been only me doing it with a job and everything. And it's been hard, but I love it. I'm really excited. And I hope that I can find people that will appreciate the beacon and what it's going to be about. And being a source of light and entertainment for people all across the world. And 2020, the Beacon's website talks a lot about that. And if you want to know more about it, it's at 2020, which is 2020, thebeacon.com.
Wow, I did check
That's
it out.
so
It's
cool.
a really cool website, and it's got a lot of stuff, including an idea that it kind of resembles from your idea, but basically it's our spin on it. And Salvis, who is not only the assistant producer, as you heard in the intro, but he also is the one that's responsible for our website. And we do have a website too. It's work in progress still, and there's, like you said,
ours too, for sure.
Yeah, so both of our stuff are getting off the ground, so to speak. But what we are basically going to have on our contact page is a way to enter the virtual studio, as it may, so that if anyone wants to see it either live or whatever, they can either dial in a Zoom number that Rachel has set up for us, and thank you, Rachel, for setting it up.
Oh,
or
you're
to
welcome.
call in via the regular old-fashioned way, like what we're doing now, like the regular Zoom link. So you'll be able to, call in or.
Would you guys forward a Google Voice to a Zoom number?
No,
No.
I have the Zoom phone account. So, in addition to paying for premium meetings, I also pay for Zoom phone service, and I got a local Ohio phone number, and people can call in to be on the show.
How does that work? Well, that sounds really cool. Yeah, because we are going to have a Zoom phone line as well, because we do use Zoom for our virtual studios. In fact, on our website, if you saw the page on Zoom, it talks kind of about how we run things, what the room is going to be, how it's going to be run, gives people sort of a breakdown of how we want things to go in the studio, based on feedback from my last project. Because I've been using Zoom since it's really become a thing with COVID.
Oh yeah, Zoom is great.
But I know some
Zoom
people.
is great, and
go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, if you ever need help with Zoom phone, let me know. I can merge phone calls into meetings, and yeah, I'd be happy to help with that. We do it all the time here.
Yeah, well, when I did the Zoom on Globe, there were some things that we were doing that some people didn't like, the way some things were presented. So I based on that feedback and a few other things, I built our Zoom room is now going to be a fun studio, and I think people will like the way it's run better. And we have a link to our room, but we will be getting a Zoom phone. I've also had a request for people who have trouble filling out web applications to have an alternative way to apply. So we're going to have a phone voicemail system for that soon.
Oh, cool.
Which we need anyway.
If you want voiceover for the staff, that'd be cool.
Well,
if you want a voiceover for it.
Yeah, we're going to be working on that. I'm going to be reaching out to Herbie's guy, Nick, too, because I like his liners. He does good stuff for the mix. And so,
Nick is awesome. Yeah.
So there's a few places where we're going. Like I said, we're very much a work in progress, and the loss of a friend put me behind about 2 months. So.
Sorry to hear that.
A good friend of mine of 30 years had cirrhosis of his liver because he was a diabetic. And so he died in February. So January and February were a little rough, trying to be there for him and his family. And
well, of course.
But that's now we're back on track, and we're going to be doing a tribute for him coming up in May that I'll be talking about on the station.
Oh, that'll be great.
Nice.
But yeah, if you want some female liners, I mean, VisionCast has me hired on, so yeah, if you want female liners,
let me reach out.
know.
Let me reach out to you. I have your email, so I'll reach out. Thank you.
Is it like possible to syndicate because we currently were syndicated on a sister station called Cloud 11, but if not,
Cloud 11
that's
Network,
totally
that's
fine.
my station.
Yeah,
It's called Cloud 11.
Yeah, we actually have different kinds of people. I'm a main staff member who just does their thing on the Beacon. We have names for these people. They're called Beaconeers. We just called them that. And then a person who brings a show from another network, whether it's a live show like Herbie's doing or a podcast like yours, you guys, because you're coming from other places, but still giving of your talent to us in a way, we call you Rays of Light. So,
that would be cool.
A ray of light for the station. That's we're using. I branded the whole concept of it. The beacons, Beaconeers.
I like that.
Yeah, because I didn't want us just to be DJs, radio everybody uses that. I kind of wanted you to have it to be a different, kind of have its own brand. So I branded it with those terms.
That's cool.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
we have a show called Music Mayhem with George and Rachel. It's a podcast because we syndicated on Super Hit Mix Radio, but it's called Music Mayhem with George and Rachel. We play all kinds of music, pretty much from any decade you can think. And sometimes we have guests come on.
Like, do you talk to, like, and engage with listeners? Like, do you talk about the music?
Oh, yeah, we do. We do talk, like, and say, what we played and how to get in touch with us if we have requests, if listeners have requests that they want played in future shows. And yeah, definitely. We play all kinds of stuff. Sometimes we'll have guests come on. It's pre-recorded, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
We're going to be pre-recording some of our stuff as well, so it's possible. With voice tracking and all that, we can do that stuff with our tool. We have the, Station Playlist. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that program for broadcasting. That powers our automation completely now. We're not using Live Web. We're not using AzureCast because I think they both have their issues. They're good. They have good. They have good tools, but they also have a lot of issues. And so, Station Playlist Studio has been powering automation, and it's the most stable thing I've ever used for automation. So I really will tell you that, even though it does require maintaining a separate computer, I really appreciate the ability to have SPL in the way it's configurable and easy to run, and it's it literally can just run for like days and days and days if you need it to. If there's an issue without any issue, it's great. I love the tool, and I'm really looking forward to taking more advantage of its capabilities to get things done for the station. So yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. Speaking of Station Playlist, I remember a while back and reminiscing on memories of radios then and now. I remember when I was actually listening to your show and you played Rascal Flatts, and I think you did a contest where I think someone either had to vote, and then depending on the vote, they would win a Station Playlist Studio package.
Yeah, we did give one away. Yes, we did give one away.
I remembered it because I was listening to it, and you were.
I think we gave it to this guy. Like there was a guy. I think it was either Kyle or Salem. Somebody won it. I forgot who it was.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah, it was one of those.
And I helped out too.
Yeah, you did it for the Audio Access birthday. Yeah, you were part of the Audio Access birthday.
I helped give away a laptop. I even though my laptop was a pile of crap, I thought somebody else could use it more.
And someone did win a laptop. It was really cool, and she loved it. It was she loved her computer.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm glad. Well, now I have a Mac. Sadly, SPL doesn't work on Mac, but I have other options.
You could get it, but you have to
run a virtual machine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Well, that's what my virtual. I'm using virtual cloud technology to run the station. So it runs off VMware, and it has a Windows 10 thing on there. So I use Windows 10 to power the station. I'm not totally fond of 11 just yet. I've had issues with it, so I'm using 10. And I had to do everything with remote desktop and everything. And now I use a remote incident manager. If any of you guys have heard of that thing, that's the thing that lets you
that's
remote into
that's
people.
From Numa Solutions.
Numa. Yep, they are. I love that.
Yeah, Numa.
I'm a little frustrated that now for some reason when I use that program, as soon as I go remote to a machine, it kills JAWS and launches NVDA automatically. I find that a little annoying, but other than that, because it used to work with JAWS, but otherwise, yeah. It's working really good, and I'm really happy with it. And that's how I power the station through a virtual server that I run, and then I go in and maintain it and add music to it. And I have stuff that works, so I can just put music in a folder when I want to add to the library, and it just syncs up. So it works really great.
Wow, that's really cool. And Jonathan just came in, by the way.
Hey, Jonathan. Hey, John, what's up? I know him from the community, ACB community. What's
Hello,
up, John?
David. Hello.
Yeah.
JC.
Hello, John. Welcome.
Hello.
Yep, and yeah, this is so amazing. So, Visioncast Network peeps, if you're listening, we're talking with our radio personality and beacon. How do you say that name
Beaconeer.
again?
Beaconeer.
Beacon. I gotta get used to saying that now. Beaconeer,
Beginner.
David Dunphy,
Mhm.
and his voice is everywhere now. So if you listen to the Beacon at 2020thebeacon.com, you'll be able to recognize his voice.
We
And
have an Alexa
when
skill too, by the way. You can enable.
oh,
If you
nice.
tell the device enable like this, Echo, enable 2020 the beacon.
Okay, here's 2020 the beacon. Okay, here's 2020 the beacon.
Loads up like
That's what's
that.
playing.
Yep.
Echo stop. Now let's see if this works because I programmed this. Let's see if this works. Echo, light up 2020 the beacon.
Okay, here's 2020 the beacon.
Yes. See, Echo stop. Once you enable the skill, you can tell it to enable, or I set it so it would say light up the beacon, like turning on a light to get it to play. So there's two ways you can enable the
Oh,
skill.
that's
yeah,
Like as you
fascinating.
just saw.
I
Yeah.
like that.
That's
Ooh.
really cool. Yeah, we're gonna see if we can get a skill similar to have it worked. Salvis has found out how to do it, but he has to read up on the document.
Is your skill going to be for just the podcast or for a station?
It's gonna be for our podcast. We're gonna see if we can get it worked on, thanks to Salvis, but he has
Yeah,
to
I'd be interested in knowing more about that as well.
how
So
to document it
maybe
and
we
all
can share
that.
some maybe we can share some resources. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be
Sure.
like your skill is already active, so because we got into talks a little bit about it last week during our rant, but he said that he has to read up on the documentation through Amazon and how to get it all set up and programmed. But it's a work in progress, right, Salvis? You have any input on that?
Yeah, I have a company that's providing me my skill, but still it works. Yeah.
Yeah, everything is
There we
work in progress.
Yep, so be on the lookout, guys. The skill for our podcast is coming very soon, but at least we heard a little preview from the beacon itself.
Yeah, well, that's
And
how the
that's-
skill works. Yeah, and then you
and
can
that's
listen on the
interesting.
web.
Yeah.
And our web, we have a web player that works now, and we're also on the Get Me Radio app.
Oh yes.
Sure, you guys have heard that they are charging people to keep their listings in there. I'm sure you guys have heard about that. Really not cool.
Yeah, I got an email about that. I'm
thrilled
doing it
about
for
that.
one of my contents I run or help
Yeah,
out
I mean,
with.
I'm going to do it because it's not that bad, and I really want the exposure. But I think it's kind of cheesy that I have to pay for directory listings now. But whatever.
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
It's
Anyway, I
cheesy.
do like
Out-
Get Me
out of
Radio.
all
It's
things-
easy and it's
Out of all
accessible.
things I got paid for.
So we're on there, and we also going to have Port 80 streaming soon. So if you're behind like a job, you can still listen to us, and we're also.
Oh yes.
Oh,
And we have our new web
yes.
player we just put up yesterday morning that you can listen to the station anywhere on the website. There's a little play button on the web.
Okay.
And you can go on the website and anywhere on there, just click the play button. It'll play the stream. Plus, you can listen with Winamp and all that stuff.
Jonathan, you may have to mute, buddy. I'm hearing a
Yeah, I was
lawnmower
gonna
in the
say
background.
that's your end, John.
John, are you a professional landscaper? Will you please?
No, I'm not. I wish I was with you, David.
Wow. See, this is what we love about Visioncast Network, people. We always have good community, good value community. We also have good commentators, and David happens to be the returning guy that does the comedies. So
Sometimes,
we
yeah.
get a kick out of every single one of them. Like when he came back initially, when we introduced him before this whole interview
December,
got
yeah.
planned in December, I was like, oh man, I think he said ran away or something like that. I think he said something along those lines, and you got us laughing.
Yeah, I was there for a bit, and then I had to go do some other stuff because it was a weeknight. But yeah, it was good to be there and be introduced. And
You, like
Yeah.
I said, you are welcome to come to our podcast and check out what we do for a little bit. If you
yeah, I would love to. I want to be part of it.
it.
We can, like I said, maybe we can share some resources. Your guy over there, Selva, sounds like he knows what he's doing, and I think that's good. We can maybe share some resources because there's some things I'd like to see happen with the beacon. Maybe we can all kind of work together. I would be.
Yeah, we have a mailing
That
list.
would
If
be
you're
really
not
cool.
subscribed, you can subscribe.
Yeah, we
to
can
that.
exchange
Join the
resources. You know, we're
mailing
friends.
list.
I think it's okay. You know, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And we do the show at nights now.
likewise.
Ooh, that's
So-
great because that's really cool. When
yeah,
do you guys
we
do it
do
at
the
night now?
show.
'Cause I know it used to be
Tuesday
daytime.
nights. We changed it to nights because a lot of people couldn't do the days anymore, including myself. So yeah, we do it every night, every Tuesday night. From 8 to
Okay.
10. Sometimes we expand to 11, but usually 8 to 10 Eastern.
Oh, good. So that means on a Tuesday night I can come, like, you know, because I get in by work, you know, like about 7 Eastern, 7:15 Eastern. So I got to have dinner and then come in and join you guys at some point. That's great. I think I will.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, you're.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you're
we
a part of our
started.
family, so.
We started doing night shows this year because we voted on it last year because we were doing it in the day on Wednesday and it just wasn't working.
Well, it's hard because if people are working, I can't be there. Like I worked, I couldn't come. I wanted to be there.
Yeah, right. And I mean, the day shows did work at the time, but we wanted to expand, and
we wanted to expand our exactly, make sure more people could come. Unfortunately, we ended up losing some team members because of this, because they decided to throw a tantrum that their night routine is gonna.
You could also, have you guys ever thought about doing some streaming on Clubhouse on top of Zoom just to kind of get more exposure?
I don't like Clubhouse.
We tried.
I liked it,
but
it's quirky. I don't like it, but
yeah, but it's good for what it's worth. I mean, I'm not saying it's the best, but I'm saying it's good for what it's worth. I only use it for, and this is my little rant, I only use it for backstage karaoke. That's it. I do not use it for anything else. If I need to check on a conversation, fine. And if something is interesting, then okay, it's worth checking. But then I only use it for backstage.
Yeah, people were abusing the block feature in Clubhouse, like abusing it to where, if someone didn't want you to be there, they just would block you so you couldn't come to the room. I think their blocking technology is kind of crappy. So
yeah,
because it assumes a lot of things that may or may not be true, and it doesn't take into account that people do that stuff just to be assholes. Pardon my French, but it's the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like Clubhouse, but I see its value. Like, it's not that hard to stream music and stuff into it. It's just that it's just another program I have to keep track of. Because of the way Twitter is now, and because of, people are on Mastodon, it's hard. Doing social media work for radio now is really difficult. At least I think it is. So I'm trying to find something that can connect to everything. And I think I have. I just have to see if I can get it to work. Because I really don't want to have to manage like 6 different networks until I get more people on staff. It's really hard to manage 3 different places on
exactly.
Just trying to keep a website running. So
yeah, time is money, as they say.
The National Federation of the Blind uses something called Buffer to do their social media thing, and I think it connects to Twitter and Mastodon. So I'm going to see if I can get that to work, because I need to be able to maintain those networks a little better until I can get more of a staff. It's just hard to do it
right.
When you're trying to.
Speaking of NFB, David, I remember when you had a lot of fun at the NFB talent show, man. You kind of.
Oh yeah, when KJSC took it over. Yeah, when KJSC took it over.
We knocked out of the park.
Yeah, we blew out the NFB board. We blew out 2 of their boards, and they had to.
In
2016, we blew out their board, and they had to come and we had to save them basically and stream it.
I heard the audio, and I was like, okay, number 1, your microphone is hot, and number 2, bad audio quality. Get the technician.
Yeah. And then in 2018, we actually streamed it live on the Globe, but our technical guy decided not to bring his equipment, and we got slightly embarrassed by that a little bit. But it was a lesson learned. It was our first time doing it on a remote event, and we learned from it. It was okay. I mean, people were unnecessarily mean. I mean, literally, someone tweeted that we should all kill ourselves. I kid you not. Someone actually said that.
No.
Wow. That's crazy.
Just a stream. I promise it's not that serious. You'll wake up in the morning and feel fine.
It's not the end of the world.
I mean, yeah, it was a learning experience. It wasn't a bad thing. I mean, people can say whatever, but it was a learning experience. Sometimes you just have to learn by falling. I think and I've learned that in radio. Unfortunately, that's been a lot of how I've learned by falling.
Yeah.
But I guess that's one way to learn things you don't forget. I think that's part of it. So we're good.
Yeah.
When you fall, you got to get back up.
Well, I've been. I'm still here. I've been doing this. What is it now? It'll be 25 years in September. So.
Wow.
Woo! Wow.
25
quarter of a century in radio.
5 years. Holy half
a quarter of a century in radio and broadcasting. Yeah, a long time.
Wow. Yeah. Now I remember the first song you did.
Those are like Mosen and Hearts and Numbers. Those guys have been around that long. Like, this is like their kind of numbers. Like, I've been around forever.
I know. You got the beat, man.
Yeah, one of the songs you covered was Uptown Funk. I love that song.
Oh yeah, I had fun doing that at the time. And then I did Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah, that one too. I love that one too. That's a good one.
Can't stop the
yeah.
feeling.
Yeah, we do have a performance segment on the VisionCast network, so if you want to send in a recording of you doing a cover, we do allow
you guys should do like a battle of the bands, like get a bunch of people to sign up and perform and give like a $20 Amazon card or something. It'd be like a little battle of the bands, like a talent show. for you guys. You thought about that?
That'll be cool.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Because
that's not a bad
we
idea.
thought about
yeah.
doing something like that on the Beacon too. I just hadn't, implemented anything yet because we're still just trying to get some basic things running. But yeah, like a get people to submit talents, and then you could have like judges like comment on it, almost like an American Idol, but not mean. Just kind of be like, okay, this is what have a couple of judges give their thoughts and like a panel give their thoughts on it, and then they can vote. And we can take listener votes. And that's another thing on our player. You'll be able to, soon as you'll be able to vote up and down songs that you like that we play, so we can get a list of the most popular songs and maybe do like a countdown or something at some point on the Beacon. So we have some things in the pipeline.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll
There
take
you
that
go.
up to
That's a good
consideration.
idea.
Well, I can help if there's anything you need. I'll see if I can offer any resource for you guys.
Yeah, we'll definitely put that into consideration. I mean,
It'd be
like
fun.
I
I'd love to be part of that. Hell, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah, that's really cool. So still reminiscing on that, man, there's so many good memories. And I remember back to that not the laptop one, but the SPL, you were like I think a lot of people were muted and you were like, "Hey, Python!"
Oh yeah, studio was being wacko. Sometimes it would have its moments. Yeah. It would get a
Yeah,
little
that had those
wacko.
moments. Luckily, I was not. Thank goodness, I was not on the live stream because if my mic was unmuted, you would have been like, "Hey, Jason, lower your microphone."
No,
Yeah,
it's not. It's
I'm
not
glad-
like that anymore. Like that was years ago.
No.
Now it's a little better, and I have a better way to
Yeah.
deal with technical difficulties than I did.
I'm
then,
glad he
so.
didn't call me out on that.
No, thank goodness for that.
Do you guys know? Do you guys? I mean, I know some of you do. You guys know who Chris Newspalm is, right? Some of you probably.
Yes, we had him on
Oh,
the show
yes.
prior.
Yes, I know who he
Do. Good
is.
friend of
yes.
mine. His very first time calling into my show, ever. Like this was back in like the Radio 360 audio access days, a long time ago. And he called in and he was blowing into his microphone like Darth Vader.
You mean like
like
that?
Jamie
Stop
style.
Basically,
that.
yeah.
Jamie style.
Oh.
Hey, I'm kidding, Jamie, but we used to give him a hard time all the time. Anyway, I'm joking. But my point is, so he was doing that, and I had to disconnect Chris finally because he didn't have a muting. And Chris was like, I said it. I told him we had disconnected because you're blow. My way of saying it was you're giving your phone a blowjob. That was my joke. Blowing into it was a joke.
Yeah, that's funny. Giving your
That was-
phone a blowjob.
that was
I
my
remember
joke.
that.
And so he was like, and then I guess when he hung up, he was like, oh my, he told like a couple of friends, wow, he was David. He said, he didn't want to call back in. He thought I was mean to him. And then when he heard the archive and heard it, it was like, oh yeah. He realized it.
He didn't realize it until after the record. My guy.
Yeah, well, because
He
I
didn't realize
abruptly
it.
cut him off because it was just no one could hear anybody. I abruptly cut him off. That's before virtual cables and stuff. But yeah.
Dang. This is before loopback and virtual cable and all
Yeah, I
those
have
came along.
loopback. I have
Yeah, I have
a
virtual
Mac and a
cables.
PC, but I need some help setting up virtual audio cable on the PC because sometimes I might be recording on there instead of the Mac. So if you could help me, that would be great.
I might be able to. Your Mac, I will say, Mac may not be great for broadcasting, but for piping audio, it beats Windows out of the water. It really does. I mean, just with Soundflower
Mac
and all this stuff.
actually, no. We have something better. Audio Hijack by Rogue Amoeba now offers a broadcasting block.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's even better. But in the time though, when it didn't offer that, Mac was great at pumping audio to different sources and stuff. But Windows is
it still is.
It's
But
clunky.
Windows
You can
sucks at
do
it.
it with VAC. You can do it. There's a way around it, but it is messy and it's hard and it's easy to get lost.
Maybe you could help me because I haven't used VAC in forever, and George could probably learn how to use it too. I don't know if you remember him.
And here's what's
he
cool.
used to
Once
come
you
on
make your
KJSC too.
I do, and once you make your VAC the way you want it, you can save your virtual audio cable configuration that stores in the user directory. And then if you ever have to reinstall Windows again, you reinstall, place it with your copy, boom, it just works. That's it. So it's a super thing. I would recommend that as well. Yeah, I can help you get in touch. Yeah, I can help you get in touch.
That is amazing that
Mhm.
technology has come a long way since we, like you said, and that was not the intent. when
Since
you
I was using a MIDI file that comes with Windows for my intro in that Blind Cool Tech, yeah, that was actually a MIDI file from Microsoft, that Windows file.
Yes, I know
that's
that one.
what it
Actually, yes, it was. Actually, I converted that with MIDI to MP3 converter. It uses sound font rendering, and it sounded freaking awesome. Oh man, I wish I'd known you when you did that.
Do you still have that program? I would love it.
I do, but I lost my license key, and I don't even know.
I'll find it. I'll get it. No, it's fine. I'll find a way to get it. It's I don't use MIDIs that often. It was just one of those things where I use Total Recorder to record my playing it, and then because Total Recorder is still one of my favorite.
Total Recorder. I used to use that years ago.
I use it all the time. It is amazing. I scheduled shows to record with it. It's literally like my own audio DVR in Windows. I love it.
How much is it again? Because that was years ago that I had it.
There's different ranges. There's like the Pro, which is like I think $20, but then you go all the way up to the developer version, which you don't need that. But I have the professional because I was also able to do some video stuff with it. So I like Total Recorder. I think everyone using Windows should have it because I think if you want to record streams and do radio things, it's really good. And if you just need to do something quickly where you don't have to use gold waves, little hokey.
Yeah, that would be great. Can it record your mic at the same time?
You can record your mic and like a piece of software. You can set it to record from another sound source, like a virtual cable or a other sound card that you have. And then anything you want to record can come out of there. And there is a way to make a mode so you can record both your sound and you. There can be a little delay with that, but it works. And
that would be so cool.
I use Total Recorder a lot. It's one of my little secret tools that I use when I want to record stuff.
I should get it. I mostly I'm on my Mac, but most of the time I use my Mac. But if I'm on Windows on occasion, yes.
Yeah, I don't have a Mac. I use Windows all the time, so I use it for a lot of different things and to record shows. If I'm gonna miss a stream that I want to hear, I use it to record it. It's great, and I can extract song titles into a cue sheet for you. So like, if you want to, you can also because a long time ago when I was using Total Recorder, I used it for that. I was taking songs off. There was a stream I was listening to, and there was a song I wanted, and it had the song tagged perfectly. So I used the cue sheet editor to extract that song out of the MP3 into a new one. It was kind of cool. So Total Recorder can do a lot of cool things. So it's a good program. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can even broadcast. Believe it or not, it's very bad at it, but it can actually broadcast. Believe it or not.
Oh, it's bad?
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
It's difficult. It's not really designed for it. There's an add-on you have that's a free add-on for it that allows you to broadcast, but it's very difficult it's not easy to maintain, but it does exist. Yep, you can broadcast with Total Recorder. Mm-hmm.
That is so cool, and I can record things. That is so cool. Yeah, because I use, on my Mac, which is what I'm using 90% of the time. I only use Windows on occasion. I only got a Windows computer because I was supposed to be tutoring someone. But yeah, on Mac, when I want to record streams or shows that I don't want to miss, I use Audio Hijack to record.
Yeah.
Audio Hijack is the bomb.
Yeah, I know people that use it and love it. I just haven't used it because I don't have a Mac, but I know my friend uses it for Clubhouse rooms. He uses it to stream stuff into Zoom. Yeah, so.
Yeah, that is very amazing that, when you mentioned Total Recorder, and I was going through a plethora of old main menu shows from the Jonathan Mosen era to the David Williams era to now, and man, listening to those reviews that were recorded back in the day, oh my gosh, it brings a nostalgia of memories. Oh my gosh.
I almost did a presentation on main menu on broadcasting, but it didn't end up working out just because of our time constraints. But on the main menu they have now, I almost did a presentation on there. I didn't get to, like I said, because time constraints for people didn't work out. And they only do the main menu live once a month now, so it didn't work out. But yeah.
Wow.
That was when I did ACB radio, or I was on ACB media for a while. That was my other longest tenured station other than my own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was going to say, David, back when I was on dial-up, I think I first discovered you on the ACB radio, and then I followed you to the Globe.
Radio 360, and then Audio Access, and then very briefly with
Audio
Mirror for a time, for all of like 3
months.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I tuned into Audio Mirror for a bit, because that was my high school days.
Yeah, well, my Chris Nussbaum used to listen to me in his tech classes when he was in the STEP program at Louisiana Center instead of paying attention. And that's how his teacher, then Chelsea Van Gorp, she was like, what are you listening to? Because she's got a little thick Southern accent. Doctor's like, the DJ D Invasion, you're supposed to be working. So, see, we even get people in trouble at school. We're great.
Teachers get you these days. Even my teacher was like getting me most of the time, and he's like, she's like, what are you listening to? We're like, nothing.
Is it something you want to share with the class? Hell yeah, this is the best radio show ever. So yeah, totally, I'll share it with the class.
Yeah, exactly. Or get your butt to work, boy. You don't even have to listen to radio shows. Get your butt to work and stop listening to daggone shows.
This helps me work. This helps me concentrate. Exactly. So yeah, totally.
My gosh! Wow! But you know, out of all seriousness, man, it's you live and learn. You know, it's really, you know, like I said, as I said in the intro, we've gone through hell and high water, but we have overcome, and we're now stronger than ever. And slowly we're growing. And now with you on the Beacon and the Beaconeers and everyone involved on the station, I'm sure, you know, by the time everyone listens to the podcast, they're going to be like, man, this guy has done stuff in the past, and now it's...
And our slogan is going to be called, is shining a light on you, because we do want to we not only just want to be a source of light and make through music and through content. We're going to be doing some Zoom events, some cooking classes, various things, but we also want people to be heard and have a chance, and we're going to be doing some cool things for that to happen. So I'm really excited about the opportunities that we're going to be presenting people. I wish we could be moving a little faster on a lot of this, because, you know, we have all these ideas, but they're going to come to fruition. It's just the Beacon has to grow a little bit for some of that to be more realistic, but there's a big list of things on my computer in this big Word doc I have that has all these things that I want to do with the station, and I've been crossing some things off and modifying. So I think as we grow, it'll be great. And if we can help each other, I think we can all, you know, help, you know, we can definitely provide resources to help each other's shows and journeys through this. So I think we're going to be good.
Yeah,
I agree.
awesome.
I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry. We're all for it.
I'm looking for my first new Beaconeer. Like, obviously I have some people helping, but I'm looking for my first my next Beaconeer, other than me, to join. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to whoever that person's going to be. So yeah.
Oh, well, have you told Chris Nussbaum, your old friend, about the Beacon, or?
Yeah, he's doing his own stuff right now. Yeah, but I hope he'll get involved at some point, maybe. But you know, he is interested. He did say he wants to listen and kind of follow our journey. We did have an intro file that talked about the station. I just took it off just because it's been there for months, but because I just updated the website yesterday. But yeah. More stuff is coming, and we do have a listener list. So if you do want to subscribe and find out about what we're doing, on the 2020thebeacon.com page, there is a link to subscribe to our list. We're using groups.eio. It's
actually, so are we.
We're using the same platform too for our podcast also.
I'm also, but I set up for the Beacon a premium account. You probably don't have this, so I can make calendar entries for us, and I can do a lot of cool things. So we've got a whole segment thing with the groups.io. I tried to use the mailman platform, but people weren't getting emails because the spam blockers were blocking it. So I took that away. And now we're using groups.io, and it seems to be working. No one's had any issues coming in. So you guys are welcome to subscribe to that, and then you can follow what we're doing on the site. You know, we are going to be it's not quite ready yet because I'm waiting for a key, but we will be licensed through Mixcloud. Actually, I know people do Live 365. I think they cost too much money. So yeah, we're going to be licensed through Mixcloud Live, which is a platform that lets live people do shows, and they do cover licensing costs. So we are going to be through Mixcloud.
And also on Mixcloud, because I
and legal replays are there too, and you can do legal replays there too. So yeah, we're totally going to do that. So
you can actually follow you can follow the streamer to know when they are live and
and I think you can get it to tweet out or something. I think there's a way to get it to share to Twitter when you post something, and I think if you do post something, you can get an email or a notification, right, Preston, that they've posted something.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing podcasting stuff because there's a podcast I want to do showcasing the talents and abilities of other people called The Stars on Our Sky or Galaxy. So
nice.
We have a few cool things that we are going to be putting together. Thank you, Anchor, for making me not allowing me to be lazy anymore by using you to import all our stations and then transferring directories. Yeah, you suck.
Yeah, we used to use Anchor, but we
I'm upset now. Yeah. By the way, Clubhouse has a feature like Anchor now where you can put like background music into rooms now. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's a new feature they just put.
Oh boy!
I did not see that. I did not.
Yeah, people have been using it in a couple of rooms I was in the other day. A couple of people were using it in rooms I was in the other. Well, Clubhouse could be like if you wanted to do like a live presentation for a podcast, that's where Clubhouse could help you because you can use Club Deck on your computer to record it and stuff. So there are a couple of features that Clubhouse might be useful for. But I'm with you guys. I think it's hokey, and I don't like a lot of the kind of the people on there, so I stay away from it. But I keep in mind every resource that's out there because you never know where something may come into play. You never know when an old piece of technology will help you or something, even if it's old and not used. You never know when stuff like that in a quick pinch will come through. So
Yeah, and I've added you as a friend on Clubhouse, by the way. I saw your name pop
Yeah,
up when I was
I don't know
looking
if I've seen it
through.
yet, but I will. If I did, I didn't. I will spot it when I get on there again. So
Okay, yeah, because I sent you a friend request on Clubhouse when I
we are on
checked it,
Twitter.
and
2020 The Beacon is our Twitter. We also are 2020 The Beacon at mastodon.social if anybody does want to follow us there. But I would encourage you to know that there is not much of a presence there yet because, like I said, I'm trying to combine them both. It was nice when I could just use TW Blue and go boom, 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 and jump around the screens, but it doesn't work like that anymore because Twitter's whatever on their own
yeah, I remember we used to
crazy.
conversate on Twitter. We used to message back and forth.
Yeah, but Twitter's its own
Block
brand
of
of
the
crazy now,
messages.
so
Yeah.
you know it's like that. But I liked when I could just do that. You know, I enjoyed when I could use a key command and jump accounts in TW Blue or one of those programs and navigate it, but it's okay. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
We'll adapt to the landscape.
Yeah, really
People
cool.
say
Victor, you
internet
wanted to
radio
say
is dead.
something?
I was actually told that. Don't do a station. Radio is dead. I don't believe that. Because I'm on a bunch of Facebook groups and there's so many people, primarily in the UK, but there's so many people in England and in Europe that do radio all the time. So I don't internet
Oh
radio.
yeah, radio is not dead. We do it all the time. It's not
Internet
live
radio
yet,
is
but
not
hey,
dead.
we do
It may
it.
not
Some of us
be.
get told the same thing.
No, I'm not going to say there aren't better platforms. You know, if somebody just wants streaming music and they don't want all the interactivity of a DJ. Yeah, there are other options, but to say radio is really dead when there's a whole and they're sighted people too. It's not just a blind thing. Like there's a whole bunch of stations run by sighted people doing radio. It is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
to say that it's dead is a little ridiculous.
All circuits.
It
I
may not
agree.
be as popular though. I will concede that it may not be as popular, but I don't think it's dead.
No, it's not dead. I
No.
think it's very much alive and well.
Yeah,
I do too.
I mean,
I do too. So
I
yeah.
work for an internet radio station, so yeah, it's very much alive.
I own one too,
Oh,
so I can pretty
so
much tell
alive.
you that.
It's
Yeah,
still
so
alive.
yeah, I
Even
think so.
terrestrial radio is not dead either because I browsed
Should
through a
be.
list of
Terrestrial radio is a
terrestrial
joke.
stations.
I love my satellite radio. I listen to that for music all the time now.
I listen
I
to
love
the
Sirius
message.
XM.
on
Yeah, I
the
love
Oh,
the
Sirius
message.
XM is the bomb.
Good.
Oh, they're the bomb. I
Yes.
love Sirius
Do you
XM.
guys like the app? How do you like the new app? I haven't really played with it, but I know they keep promoting this new app that they made recently. Is it any good? The Sirius XM?
I haven't played with it yet. I'll have to get I'm on
Me
Android,
neither,
so I'll
I
have to
don't
get the
use.
Android version of it.
Yeah, I'm on a 3-month trial for the appies because I unlocked it with Uber Eats. So I figured I'd try it for the heck of it because I figured 3 months free. Why not? You know, I can play with it and
Yeah,
Speaking of-
right.
What am I losing as long as I cancel it before it charges me? You know,
Yeah,
but I can't
speaking
charge
of
me.
Yes.
yeah, speaking of apps, when are we going to expect 2020 the Beacon app? Are we going to expect that on the roadmap?
I want it, but I don't like that Apple. Did you guys know to do an app now? Apple makes you pay for a developer account, which is $100 a year. It's expensive.
Oh God.
We've
Yeah.
been knowing that.
We should program for
It's-
Android then.
Okay, but I don't want to leave the Apple people out because there is yes, I can do an app for Android. And we are on Alexa, and then I think you can access Alexa apps through Android too. So we can. The thing is, I don't want to. I use an iPhone myself, so I want to make sure I can listen to my own stream.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
sure
right.
everybody. Yeah,
Me
we want to
too.
leave everybody. We don't want to leave
We
anybody.
are on
But
the
don't leave
thing.
us out either.
No, we're
Yeah.
not. We definitely want to put you guys on there. We're gonna have we are eventually. I would like to have an Apple and Android app. Actually, I need to talk to the guy at Utunes so we can get on there. I don't think we're up there yet, but that needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna.
Hey, David, have you heard well, it's another paid app, but I use it called Receiver Radio. I could get you guys on there as well.
If you don't mind doing that, get us in there. We are in, of course, Get Me Radio. There's another one I
Yep.
think called Simple Radio that people are using. I don't know how that works yet, but I think we should
Yeah.
get in there.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had
Yeah,
on my
that's a good
phone
app
too.
heard
I
about
wanna-
It's
that.
pretty streamlined.
Easy. Yeah, I like. And one thing what's gonna be really cool for our stream is that we have a really cool, like I said, we have the port 80 thing. We're also gonna have a stream that'll always work. So even if we ever change providers, the stream link will never change. We're gonna be doing some cool things. So yeah, a lot of little cool fun things. But yeah, I would like to get us into some of these other app directories. So I think I'm gonna be emailing the guy at Utunes to see if he can put us on there because that would be another app for you to tune into us via Utunes. Because TuneIn's a joke. I've given up on them completely. They're completely out of their mind.
Yeah, right.
Have you guys tried
yeah.
anything with TuneIn? It's not worth it. You can't add stations. They don't respond. Their ads are
I still
obnoxious.
listen to stuff on TuneIn, but I
will
haven't
never.
been adding them in a
Yeah.
hot one.
I tried TuneIn, but I agree, David. I shall never use TuneIn again. It was
I mean, I'll use it to listen to stuff if that's all that's there. But man, those ads are obnoxious. That app has become like that now, where you have like 10 minutes of ads before you can get to the game. It's very irritating.
I know, right? Yeah,
right.
it is.
Yeah.
I did submit my previous podcast to there, but I mean, I'll submit it for the exposure because like 511 Network, it's a station, but it's a podcasted station, so I don't have the ability to stream live yet, but it's still a fun station, and we syndicate a whole bunch of shows up there. And I want to get it in as many directories as I
I
can.
think Spreaker. Yeah. I don't know. I know Podbean does live stuff. I know Spreaker does, but their prices are kind of crazy. But I do know
Their
Spreaker
prices
does.
are
That was the
expensive.
platform I was on before we moved over.
Well, Stacy was there too. That's how I discovered her
Yeah.
through Spreaker, because you guys were able to do streaming and stuff through there.
Well,
So it was cool.
Stacy was there, but Rachel's not because it costs too much money for Rachel.
Well, then let's tell you what, Rachel. Let's call Stacy to pay the bill. How about that?
You wish.
No, I would love to be back on Spreaker again. That would be great. But yeah,
me too.
No, we do. We
I have
use
Backpack for my
Acast.
phone. Did Backpack Studio stop eating up phone battery the way it does? Because man, you run that thing for an hour, your battery's shot. I love Backpack.
I don't have an iPhone anymore, so I can't.
I did
tell you
live
that
streaming
answer.
with Backpack once. Backpack Studio. I have it on my phone because it does have a broadcast module now. But man, that thing ate my battery. I ran it, and my battery's 100%. I ran it, and literally within like an hour and a half, the battery just dead.
Oh
Wow.
no. We did try.
I don't know.
We did attempt it one time when we were our old brand, but we stopped it because we agreed that Zoom is
Zoom is much more cross-platform and universal.
I will say one thing about Zoom. I wish they had like Team Talk stereo capability, because Team Talk from a audio perspective is better, but Zoom is just easier and more cross-platform, like you guys said.
Yeah,
I don't like Team Talk because
I like Team Talk for certain things. Like if someone is going to stream a game or something, Team Talk's cool for that because you can listen. But then again, there's Discord. They really need to get rid of their stupid captcha system where you need an accessibility cookie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I've been going paying for that for a couple
stupid.
years.
Because that's what Discord uses for verification, and it's terrible because it doesn't work very well.
Yeah,
I don't like Team Talk because Team Talk you have to log into a server and it's just a pain in the ass. I prefer Zoom and having because then anyone on the phone, like even if you don't have a smartphone, you can call and join in. Team Talk doesn't let you do that.
I wish we could stream our station through the phone, but Zeno has become so inaccessible. Which used to be Audio Now. I don't know how to do it. Like
what's the name of it? Z what?
Zeno.
Remember, it used to be Audio Now. Which of course you guys know.
Oh yeah, Audio Now.
But Zeno is,
yeah.
but it's
KJSC
terribly inaccessible. I don't know. I couldn't. I just wanted us to be able to stream over the telephone. You know, like where like what Oldies Funhouse and the other ones do, where you call in and you can hear it over the phone. But it just, I couldn't even get it to work.
That's what I did before I had a smartphone because, well, I had a flip phone and also I was not high tech as I am now. But that's what I did when I was traveling. I called, different Audio Now numbers, and I called our old one at KJSC when we had it, and I told Johnny about it.
The Globe had one too. We did, but like I said, I went to Zeno because I was originally going to put us on Zeno so we could have the beacon, so that we could have all of the, people could dial in by phone, people could see. But Zeno's not accessible, and since Simple Voice Center took away their ability to transfer somebody outside their system, they used to be able to create an extension on there where you could transfer someone to another line. So what you could do is say, press 4 to leave a message for a DJ, press 5 to connect to the stream, and you press 5. You used to be able to have it transfer you right to the stream line, but they did away with that particular service, sadly. So
that sucks.
That sucks.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's several people that I know that don't really use. I mean, especially when I go to ACB karaoke, or ACB events, there's tons of people that call in on a landline.
Yeah, and karaoke too. So
that's
why
I
need to figure out a way to do it. Yeah, I need to figure out a way to get the stream on the phone. Because, and like I said, we are going to have a system for people who have trouble applying via the computer. Because I've had some requests for that. It's not on the top of the list. We need to just get the basic app up first, but it is something we are going to do eventually. It's just not. We don't have enough staff to man that just yet.
Yeah, and then call on the phone and talk to your listener or talk to the DJs on the phone and stuff. That's why I set up the Zoom line. Yeah. So that anytime people can call.
Yeah, well, we're going to eventually, because I'm in some broadcast groups on Facebook, we're going to do what's called the Beacon Town Hall, where I'm going to set up a Zoom room and basically come up here to that room for a couple hours and offer anyone who's looking either for a new broadcast home, wants their show syndicated somewhere, or just wants to learn what we're about, can come. It's kind of like
I'm interested.
The closest interest. It's the closest thing to a career fair that I could think of if you're looking for a way to kind of compare it to something.
Like a job fair, sort of? Like a job fair?
Like a hiring event, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a station hiring event, essentially, but obviously it's not for a job, and it's for us to get in touch and then hear what they're about. But it's a way to get to know people and find some new broadcasters that we may not know about yet. So,
I would love to attend.
Yeah, well, I'm going to
let me know when it is.
Subscribe to the listener list. You guys should
Yeah,
subscribe to our announcement list. It will be there. It will be posted. It will be available. You guys, and we're gonna have a Facebook group eventually. So yes, subscribe.
Yeah, you won't be out in the court. I'm already on
I'll
there. I'd reach out
subscribe.
to it.
Do it. Go to the website. Send the email. I'll get Echo Stop. Send the email and send the email, and you'll get subscribed. And because I'm going to announce it, I'm going to be posting it in several Facebook groups that I'm in. I'm in some radio groups, so I'm going to be posting it there. And that town hall should be probably, if not in April, very early May, because I really want to get that going. So that's coming very soon.
Town hall convention.
Definitely.
Really cool. Yeah,
Maybe George and I can go because George and I, we have Music Mayhem. We'd love to get that syndicated. And
What you can do if
VisionCast
you
people
want is
should go.
send me some recordings. Send me.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie's already reached. Well, maybe he's not VisionCast, but so whomever, I don't know who you have on your team anymore, but he reached out at one point. I don't know if he's with you guys anymore, but he did reach out on behalf and ask.
He's still.
Jamie and I, let's just say, we had a bit of an argument because
Yeah, I
I
knew
felt
about
that
that.
he was.
Yeah, I heard
I
about
felt that he was discriminating against George.
All right. Well,
and-
that's between y'all. I don't really. That doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Doesn't matter
and
to
I was
me.
not
It's between
involved in
y'all.
it, so anyway.
That's between y'all. Y'all figure that out. My point is that, I am going to put it out there. It doesn't mean every, I don't know, how many people will show interest. I don't know who will get, but I think I don't know too many stations that have tried it. And eventually, I will tell you guys, so this is a very secret little thing. No one knows about this yet. This is not going to be probably till either late this year or early next year. But eventually, what I would like to do at the Beacon is something called the Broadcasters Ball, which essentially would mean that we would be there, but we would invite other radio stations to bring a representative on and allow them to do like a segment of a show that they do on the other station, or so there's some broadcasters, kind of a way for DJs to promote each other, called the Broadcasters Ball. It is an event that I probably won't do till next year just because I'm just trying to get things up, but it is an event that we are going to do eventually. Something I wanted to do with the Globe. It's called the Broadcasters Ball, so people with radio ability can come and showcase their talents, and we can all get to meet each other. Yeah.
Right. And also, if they like what they heard, they could check out their station or show. And
Exactly.
wow.
So we can
Could you
allow
also
people to do that. Podcast.
could you do like maybe the broadcaster / podcaster ball?
Well, I
right
call
now my
broadcaster
station's a pod.
But it doesn't matter. Your podcast is a form of a broadcast, even if it's a pre-record. So syndicated one. So I think it could work. And you could pick a segment if someone wanted to do the ability to play some music, like a song set. We could either have them pre-recorded or do it live. We have a few ways we can make that happen. So
awesome. That would be great. I'd be interested.
It'll be fun. The Broadcasters Ball. We'll be inviting a lot of different radio stations to come to that. So it'll be fun to see who actually takes interest. But that will be coming probably in 25. But it will be an event, the Broadcasters Ball. Look out for that.
Cool.
There's a little sneak peek that you only are hearing about on this interview, guys. So
wow. So be on the lookout, folks. Something new is coming to the Beacon.
Something in the future. Yeah, in the
future. Next year. So
the Broadcasters Ball.
Out for it. Yeah, that is
that's so cool.
Something amazing that we are definitely
the Broadcasters Ball. I'm looking forward to that.
Like I said,
and
I'm
also
so
the
glad
best part is, for the Broadcasters Ball, we don't even have to like wear any special attire for it.
No,
we don't.
Hey, I danced without a shirt on during a radio show once on a dare. So yeah, I can.
Well, hey, how about dancing in the nude on a radio show?
Someone paid $500 to my Make-A-Wish event. They said, I will give you $500 to your Make-A-Wish event if you will go on Zoom and dance without a shirt on. And so I turned on my camera and did it. And then they said, I'm going to pay $500 for you to put your shirt back on. So we raised $1,000 for Make-A-Wish for that. So I'll take it.
Oh, wow.
I'll take it.
That's smart.
That's cool.
How about $1,500 to dance nude?
All right,
if
done.
I had $1,500.
Done.
Wow.
Out of the gate, $1,000, I dance in the nude. Yeah, anyway.
Sadly, I don't have $1,500, but I would if I did.
Oh, that'd be totally worth an SSI check. Anyway, I'm done.
This is why we love having David back. It's been so long since we've done all those funny rants and previews.
Well, the invasion's on Friday nights at 8 Eastern, so you're welcome to come up to our Zoom room and to hang out anytime. All of you guys are always welcome. Preston, gets the links, and you guys can come up and hang out.
Yeah, you guys can come to our you can come to our show too on Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights. I'm gonna come up here more. I'm gonna have to come up more, I think. You're right.
We do it live every Tuesday nights. We have we do randomness, and we do have different hosts every week. It's not just me, but it's the whole team rotates.
If you ever need help, let me know. If there's anything I can do to help you guys in this pinch, let me know.
We have a mailing
Same
list.
here.
I used to do Zoom hosting for the community, so ACB community for a while, and I still do occasionally. Not as much because I'm busy, but on occasion I do. So if there's anything I can do to help you guys with any Zoom stuff and any questions, let me know. If I can help, I will.
Yeah, and I remember when when we spoke briefly at the virtual ACB convention, but we didn't talk that much until after the fact.
Yeah, it was too crowded and they were about to start something, so we really couldn't talk.
Yeah,
but
we reconnected at the Friendship Circle and we reconciled our differences there. So
have we met in person? I don't know if we ever met at a convention, but I am going to be both at NFB and ACB this year. I am going to Florida for a little while this year. I will be there.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to be at both for full time, but I'm
actually, David,
NFB, and then I'm going to cross over to Jacksonville at the end. So yeah.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead, Preston. I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, David, you and I met in person, I think, in Dallas.
We met in Dallas. We met at the CCB event in 2016 as well, in person.
Yep.
We met at a few, but yeah, I'm going to be at the Orlando one for a few days, mostly just to visit friends because I know a bunch of NFB people. But I've never been to an in-person ACB ever. I've been to a ton of NFBs. This will be my 9th one in person when I go. I've never been there, but I've never been to an ACB in person. So I'm going to visit NFB for a couple of days, just to visit people and say hello and, socialize with a few people, grab a meal with a few people, just kind of visit and stuff. Because I kind of know their convention and I know what it's about. And then I'm going to take an Amtrak train over, because it's kind of in the night or morning. I'm going to take a train in the afternoon to Jacksonville and I'll finish up there before coming back to Denver. So. Yeah.
Wow.
I will be there at some point, ACB people. Fair warning. You've been told on air.
Wow.
Oh, there
wow. It is. You're going to be going to ACB and you're going to be probably you're going to be telling the ACB people about the beacon, most likely.
I already have been. I'm on a couple of ACB lists. I'm a little careful because I know they have their own platform that they like to promote. So I don't want to, I don't want to step on anyone's toes at media. I've worked there and, that's a moody group over there. So I don't really want to get them upset, but the truth, but I do want to promote the beacon. I want to promote stuff. We're going to have barcodes that you can give out to people, like those QR codes to scan our website. We're working on QR codes for the station to give out. There will be beacon merch eventually. There's a lot on the table. It's just, like I said, it takes time to put all the stuff and money to get it together and resources. So we're still working on it.
It's coming along pretty well, though.
There was a big bucket list in I told you, I have this big Word document here, and it's a list of the things I want for the beacon. And I wrote a whole goal list out. So I have a bunch of things on there that I'll be checking up and crossing off and adding to.
Yeah, because when I saw your email, I was like, oh, I recognize this person. It's the one, the only David Dunphy.
Yeah.
And we reconnected, and now we're friends again, and now we're just
and Stacy and I too. Rachel and I too. I'm sorry. I'll get it. You'll get it.
You got it.
Rachel too. She'll be. Would love to have you. You're cool. We connected too through the station. So
yeah, that would be great. Yeah, because I remember I helped out with Audio Access FM and
and I got in touch with
KJSC
George's friend Christy. From Dice World. This girl Christy that George is friends with. I got in touch. That's
I'm friends with her too. I'm friends with her too. Yeah,
she just joined us as a participant recently.
No, Preston, you're getting them confused. We're talking about Christy. The one who joined us as a participant is Chris C. No T.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah, this is Christy.
This is Chris T. A friend of ours from Chicago.
Yeah.
The one that joined us on the show is Chris C. With double S's.
Who is Chrissy? I don't think I know Chrissy, but I know Christy.
She is my girlfriend. One of my girlfriends. I'm in an open relationship.
Okay, good for you. That's cool. So that'll be cool to meet her. Yeah, but so that's how I heard about you guys and what you were doing. And then she got me in touch with she talked to George, who got me in touch with Stacy and Rachel, whatever. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Well, legally my first name is Stacy. I just prefer the middle name better. But
I understand. I'll get it right eventually because I've known you by several different names, so it's trying to.
I got rid of the A name. I got rid of the A name because that was really traumatic.
Open Beach Tycoon. No kidding, that's Alexa. Sorry. Yeah.
I got rid of the name Angela because there's a lot of trauma tied to it.
Do you guys play Night Manager at all? I think it's a cool game. You ever?
No. Haley does. I don't. George and Haley do. I don't play it. George and Haley play it. I don't.
Yeah, my name on there is Rocky Mountain Rebel. That's what I called myself on there.
Rocky Mountain Rebel.
I like that on Night Manager. Yeah.
Maybe we'll send my girlfriend Haley. Her name is Princess Sunshine.
Well, I've not seen her on there, but you can tell her that there's a fellow player on there. Maybe we can trade or something sometime.
Yeah.
Game.
By the way, David,
Yeah.
do you remember when
Yeah.
I interviewed you a while back on KJSC Radio?
Royal Flush with
A
Beth.
former...
Tarasi.
Yes! Oh my
Yes, I do remember that show. That
Hey,
was
I
my
caught
first.
that interview live. You
That
kidding?
flashback, it took so many, and I think she was sleeping at the time, and then she woke up and
Yeah, I was.
I was like,
I, was, I, had,
that was-
I had a couple. I had a couple of drinks prior to the interview too. So
that
I'd
was
been out
all,
earlier because it was a 10 o'clock at night Eastern Friday on a Friday. So I remember that I was there late for
Yeah.
that night. I came up for you guys after because it was after Friday Night Live. It was that and then the Royal Flush, and I came in for the Royal Flush and did the interview with you guys at 10. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that station didn't last long. I was surprised because
Yeah, they did Beth Tarasi
I was
on radio.
about to.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
didn't
was
work either.
about to. Yeah, I was about to stay for longer, but we won't get into details of what happened. But
But
it's
John's
old
doing
news.
great though, guys. Candler, he has music. He does a lot of. He's a performer now. He gave up radio for music,
Yeah.
but he's doing great. He's.
Oh, nice.
I hope to get him
Yeah,
on the air
yeah,
again. I would love to get him to
he's
come on
doing-
and do a jam session for us on the
Yeah,
radio.
he's
Oh,
doing
that
great.
would be dope. That would be dope.
He does have a station that I have on receiver, Tunes and Simple Radio. He does go live on it sometimes, but it's called Johnny Boy Radio. It's pretty much his library of music on his website and whatever
He does a
stuff he has.
Zercast. Yeah, he does a Zer and just runs it that way too. Because Johnny Boy Radio. Oh, I didn't. Oh, JBR. Cool. We'll have to
Yep.
talk to him because I wanna see if we can get him to come on either on the Beacon or maybe come on and do a little jam for us one night on a show. I would love to have him come up. I already have someone who's gonna come play the ukulele for us on a live show at one point. So we're looking forward
Oh,
to that.
nice,
Ooh,
nice.
that'd
Have you
be
guys ever thought about
cool.
doing karaoke on the Beacon at some point?
Yeah, I have to figure out how ACB does it. It sounds like everything has to be pre-recorded. It sounds a little hokey, but maybe we can make it work. I have ideas. I just have to figure it out. But yeah, that's a possibility. We could do karaoke. It's there's a lot of ideas. I like the Battle of the Bands idea that I just proposed to you all a few minutes ago. There's a lot of good choices, and there's a big goal list. So we're gonna have fun, and we need people. So please, guys, come to the Beacon. Email me there. I'd love to have your help. I'd love to have your ability and talent. I'd love to be able to work with you to make you better, to make us better. So please come join the Beacon. We really, it's a station very much in my image because I came up with the whole thing. No one was even involved in its creation until I basically said, my own girlfriend at the time didn't know I was doing it. If that tells you guys kind of how much I kept it sort of in-house until I was ready to promote it. So if that gives you any idea, I didn't even share it with my significant other at the time until it was ready. So if that should tell you, I was doing a lot of this on my own. So it's very much from the heart, the station. So it's very much in my image. So I definitely want to help bring people into that. So please, join. Let's make the station amazing.
That
Beacon,
is that is so amazing, and this is really, really awesome. How can people get in touch with you to find out more if they want to get in touch with you directly? Would you share that?
Well, I'll give my emails out here. Mine is on the website. The Beacon one's on the website, but I'll give you both emails. So if you want to contact me about the station, although either email is good, but if you want to contact me at the station, right now I'm using a Gmail address, which is T as in Tom, B as in boy, shines, and yes, TB stands for the Beacon. tbshines2020@gmail.com. So the number is 2020 for that. And if you want to reach me personally, it is David, David, .195, those are the numbers, live, because I set that up during the Globe. So david.195live@gmail.com. I still like that email, and I'm probably going to keep it. So, but the Beacon one has its own, and it's also linked on the website. A contact form will also be live on there because we just have the direct email on there, but there will be a contact form you can fill out as well coming up on the 9th. So, like I said, our 4-month anniversary will have some updates. So, but that's how to get a hold of me either way. 2020thebeacon.com is my website. And of course, I'm sure you can find me on Facebook and yada yada and all that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing. Well, David, it has been such a pleasure to have you, man.
Yay!
We're gonna have you back
I will
for
be back.
sure.
Yes.
We will have you back. We do have a mailing list, and as soon as we get off
Get
here,
in touch with me with all the info because I would
I
like
will
to know how
get
to
in
join.
touch with
and-
you, and I will send you I have your info also. I'll text it to you since it's actually I'll email it to you because it's much faster.
I check email a little quicker than text, so definitely now
Okay.
that because
will
now I'm using
definitely-
Outlook because the Gmail's interface is so bad now.
Yeah,
I just use
Gmail
Outlook.
being a pain in the rectum. Yeah.
Yeah, I use
I
Outlook
use
now.
Gmail too. I
Yeah,
use
speaking
Gmail
of
too.
Outlook, I had to get one for work.
Yeah, I set up my Gmail in
I
Outlook
know how it
Express. So not Outlook Express, Microsoft Outlook. I put all my Gmails into there now. So I just gotta get my contacts from Gmail imported in, which I haven't done yet. But I will be doing that, and then I'll have all my contacts in my Outlook address book.
I was trying to get my contacts imported into Outlook, but
what you have to do is export them in you have to go to the contacts in Gmail and export them to like a file, and then import that file into Outlook. Essentially, it's kind of a pain in the neck.
Oh, so you have to go into Gmail. Oh, okay, I'll have to play
That's what I saw on Google. I haven't really tried it yet because I need to do it. But yeah, I will do that because I need those contacts.
Yeah, but I'll get it working in the future. I'll see if I can re-download Outlook and see if I can.
Yeah, I have an Office 365 subscription because I do use Word, Outlook, and all that stuff.
Oh, that's really cool. But like I said, I will send you the info on how to, the mailing list is probably the fastest. I'll send you the address where you can.
Yeah, just tell me what who or what I need to email to subscribe, and I'll do it. So.
Yep, I will definitely do that for you, David. It has been.
Thank you all for the opportunity, Rachel. Thank you, and Stacy. Thank you, Rachel, Stacy, everybody. Thank you. All of you, thank you. You too, Mr.
JC. Just say JC. It's a lot.
DJ Big Mac. I would fries with that. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, definitely get the fries.
Soda with that.
Okay, you all take care of yourselves. I'm gonna depart so y'all can finish up your stuff. But thank you for the time and the opportunity, and let's keep in touch and help each other grow. I think that'd be great, and you guys are awesome.
Thanks, David. And like I said, we'll have you back on the show on Tuesday for the main episode. We'll have you on.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop by, whenever I can. So for sure.
All right, thank you, David. Thank you so much.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David. Thanks for joining.
Love you.
Of course.
David.
You guys too.
Thanks, David. Have a good one.
All right. Well, that about does it, people. That is, I cannot express the way David has really shined a beacon. Like, man, we are so glad to have good friends, and we're just so excited to be, reconciled with some old friends and just kind of clean the slate and just have a lot of fun. That's what we're all about. It's not about, making our podcast who sounds the best or whatever. It's about having a good time. I do want to make some quick announcements before we conclude. Until we see each other again this upcoming week. It is the weekend, but Sunday starts a brand new week for all of us. We will have more interviews in the pipeline, many to come. We're still waiting to hear back from my horseback riding instructor, Stacy. No, not you, but the other Stacy with a Y at the end of it. We're still waiting to hear back from her. Hopefully, whenever she gets around to it, she'll let us know, and we'll let you know when the interview has been booked. And we have a couple of more in the pipeline, and I will let you know when that occurs, because I am talking to not too many, but I'm going to try to see if I can get to as many as I can to see who we haven't interviewed yet. And there's a lot of stuff going on for our podcast, and we're just beyond
and guys,
excited.
I realize I'm not showing my age, but we're gonna be 3 in June, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? I can't.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, this is gonna be a huge anniversary for our podcast in 3 years. And like I said, we've been through hell and high water, but we're now stronger than ever thanks to our good team, and Salvis, who has done a great job in putting together the website, and to Rachel for patching in audio from time to time when she needs to, for 99% of the time. When she gets her new equipment upgrade this week, hopefully everything will be back to normal, and we should have some good equipment. But for the time being, for those 2 interviews at least, you will hear the phone side for the time being until everything gets squared away again. And yeah, those recording apps that David mentioned, those bring back memories. I'd never used Total Recorder, but I heard about it. I've never used it.
Yeah, it's been so long.
I never tried it.
Yeah, and
I haven't used it in years, but yeah, I have used it once before.
Yeah, and VB audio cable too. I've heard of it, but never used it. And there's a lot of stuff going on, and like I said, promotion is key. So keep promoting it. Like David said, we're growing, and over time the station's gonna get big and larger than life. So I'm really looking forward to it, and we're just excited to have David back. How about you guys?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean,
that's great.
It's like I said earlier. He's been a staple in the cyberspace VI community over the past several years that I've known him, and even though I may not I may not listen in every day to his content. I appreciate what he did and what he still continues to do. And I think with his help from us and from other people he gets in contact with, it's going to be huge, like his many other stations were back in the days and time frames.
Yeah, that's
So
really
I'm very
yeah.
excited. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and like-
We're
am
very
too.
excited.
Me too.
We are.
Yeah, we all are excited, and like we said, when we say that we have good friends to hang out with, we do mean it, because the VisionCast network in general is not about, it's not about we don't do any bad things around here. We do good things
No.
and we do the best things on here, especially with our great team. And I do applaud everybody on this team because we're not always perfect. I mean, we do go through hell and high water, but we come out stronger, and hey, we've learned from our mistakes. And if something comes out, just learn from it. If something happens, just learn from it. So, but anyway, guys, this has been a lot of fun for this interview. We got 2 interviews done, and like I said, we will do more when the time comes. And all that good stuff. But unfortunately, we'll have to say goodbye for right now. But we will be back for our normal episode this upcoming week. And we'll be back with our normal content. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Rachel, this week is our performance segment. Is that right? This week?
If I can get my Mac up to par, we may have to postpone it, but we will try.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll just play it
So-
by ear. But for
so
the
yeah,
time being, it'll be a
TBA.
normal. Yeah, to be
TBA,
announced, but
basically.
to be announced. But in the meantime, it'll just be a normal episode. Unless things change, we will let you know. But on that note, we are out of here. This has been a very special bonus episode for both the VisionCast Network and Cloud 11 Network. You can find us on YouTube and other various networks. Just visit visioncast.network for all the details. Thank you to everybody for showing up. We had a blast on here. And
yes.
again, be sure to check out your podcasting providers. The mega episode with both interviews will be posted very soon. And if you want to listen to the individual interviews, it will be posted as well. Samuel Green's interview has been posted as a separate interview on YouTube, but not as a mega episode. You were saying something, Rachel?
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we're gonna do.
there.
They'll be both. We'll do it separately on YouTube, and then it'll be a mega episode on the station, where Samuel will do the first half and David will do the second half.
Yep. And there will be, like I said, there'll be more interviews to come, people. So watch this space for more interviews, because we love doing interviews and we love conversating with not only with old friends but with new ones, just to see what they're doing, what they're up to now, and comparing their then and now experiences. Just like what David said about what happened with Chris on the old days, and now times change, and I'm happy that not only that, but I'm happy that DJ Johnny is now doing music now, in addition to moving away. I'm glad he's doing music, which is awesome, because he does because I remember when I was with him, he drummed. He was a drummer.
Yeah,
and I remember that.
and he still does that. I mean, he does more still work than drums,
right.
but he's going places.
Yeah,
so I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, he's going big places. But anyway, we are done yammering for now, but we will see you guys this upcoming Tuesday nights and every Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, part of the VisionCast Network. But until then, keep technology alive, let your talent shine, and one more thing we usually say, which George sometimes gets mad at, but we don't care because we like to say it
And he's
anyway.
not here, so he can't
Yeah,
defend
we'll
for
still
himself.
say it anyway.
He can't defend himself.
Yeah, we'll say it anyway. 1, 2, 3. Doodles!
Thank you,
Madman Doodles!
God bless you guys. We'll see you this upcoming week.
Very good. Thank
Later.
Later.